Sir Tway leads a Kachin women's human rights organization called QUAD that advocates for women affected by human rights abuses.
Director of Justice for Rohingya, UK. Thank you very much. Please welcome.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala ashraf al-anbiya wal mursaleen. My brothers and sisters in Islam, I would like to first greet you with the Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May peace and blessing of Almighty Allah be upon you all. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Islam is in turmoil, and Muslims are in a very difficult situation around the world. The world of Islam during the 4 decades, 40 years, gone from the glory, I remember this, gone from the glory to the lowest and counting down to go low and low. Let's start with Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Iraq, Yemen, whole Africa, and of course Rohingya. Uyghurs in China. And the latest is the Kashmir after 70 years. 70 years now being occupied, and you will see the genocide now. You will see. You will see what it comes. SubhanAllah. Genocide is everywhere, my brothers and sisters. Especially in Rohingya, which tens of thousands of people got killed, raped, murdered, and burned. And of course, no one is speaking about it. A couple of years ago, I talked to the head of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres. I said in front of 1,000 people, 1,000 diplomats. I said, what are you doing here? Is that in Rohingya is a genocide? They have been doing it for years and years. For 40 years is genocide happening in Rohingya. Why are you turning your face back? Is that a Holocaust? Is that another Holocaust happening? You turning your face away. And he said, just like that. I said, answer me, yes or no. Is that what is happening in the Rohingya is a genocide or not? Before the new genocide happening, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Before the new genocide happened. And he said, let's talk. And of course I get my lawyers around it, and we got a lawyer barrister and the many QCs around it, and I said, let's talk to him. And he said, give us a proposal. But they have done nothing yet. I talked to the head of the ICC, Fatou Bensouda, head of the ICC, International Criminal Court, and he said, I can't do anything. I said, what do you mean you can't do anything? Resign! Hand in heart. I invite him to Oxford University. I'm one of the directors of Oxford University. I invited to Oxford University. I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, just like that. Oh, God. He's a big guy. Of course, we tried to, after half an hour or so, they realize is wrong, and they done, alhamdulillah, by the grace of God, they done something. They done the genocide. I'm not saying I've done it, but I am saying what they done many people. Like it on as well, mashallah. He's going everywhere, all over the world, to voice up the voiceless. I'm director of the Rohingya, Justice for Rohingya. Many, of course, organizations are with us. We are trying, we never stop. The important thing is, my brothers and sisters, what we have to do, we can rectify it. Don't stand for the United Nations. United Nations, I talked to the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, one of his assistants, he said, we haven't got no money for security. And one thing I tell you, is not going to genocide end in the Rohingya, in a Rohingya at the moment. It's not. It is going to be continuous genocide. Continuous, that means at the moment 500,000 people. 500,000 Rohingya are in the camp. They don't let them get married. They don't let them go to school. They don't let them go go to they get the medicine, as our brother said. They don't, and they're dying. Within 20 years they're dying. That's a genocide. We talked to, of course, a friend of us, Penny Green from one of the universities, of course, the London universities, and she wrote a very big dossier. She wrote a very good book, and he said it is a genocide happening at the moment. But we do nothing. My brothers and sisters, we have to get together. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. Can you keep the children quiet, please? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَن تَنصُرُوا اللَّهَ يَنصُرْكُمْ وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. If you are understanding the Holy Quran, listen to what Allah says. He says, if you help Allah, Allah will help you. Allah needs your help in there. Allah, He needs your help in Kashmir, in the Palestine, in the Yemen. What are we doing? We are not united, my brother. 1.7 million. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking in the Regency. The Regency was 100 years of the scholarly things in the UK. And I said, we are not united. We are not united, my brothers and sisters. 6 o'clock has to start. 7:30 start. 5 o'clock has to start. 7:30. Where we were? It's very important, brother. Be solid together. Be solid together, brother. If you're not, they take all of it. They take everything. And Muslim going to be at the moment second rate citizen of this country. And it's going to be worse. If 1.7 billion people are there, and we have a scholar, of course I'm a smaller scholar, we have a bigger scholar, with millions of people who are around them. Why they don't get together? Why they don't unite? If 1.7 billion people unite, all countries, other countries come and say, what can we do for you? They take in the countries one by one. They take in our land one by one, and we don't say anything. Is that right or is that right, my brothers and sisters? We are talking, of course, inshallah, by the grace of God. He says, that means, if you help Allah, He will help you and make your feet firm on it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to unite us. If it's not one of us enough with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one is enough with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be one. But brothers and sisters, of course, they have many our organization, your time come late. Our organization, my brothers and sisters, our organization is very important. Inshallah, we bring them to justice. We will bring them by the grace of Allah to justice. Brother, please know. They are very important, my brothers. We have to work all together. We will bring him within 10 to 12 years. If you are not with us, we bring him 10 to 12 years. If you are with us, within 3 years we bring him to justice. Within 3 years. Now you want to it? My brothers and sisters, I have to remember, of course, I am responsible for Aung San Suu Kyi. You know Aung San Suu Kyi? The murderer. The murderer. The potential criminal. We take in Oxford, and of course Oxford University, we take her freedom of Oxford. I initiate to take a freedom of Oxford after her. This is the only thing that we done. I shouldn't say it's me, of course the group we got the university and group, they done only this, and we are trying to take her degrees off. And as soon as we take her degree, honorary degree off, they will take her, United Nations Peace Nobel off. They will, I am sure, but we need united, my brothers and sisters. If you are not united with us, we cannot do anything. We have, again, of course, a conference. If you don't mind, I say, it's okay? It's okay, I said the conference. Yes, we have a conference in LMC on 10th. On 10th, we have a conference in LMC, London Muslim Center, 6 o'clock. All brothers be there. It's very important. Many scholars and lords and MP going to be there. It is for the first year of recognition of the genocide. First year of recognition of genocide, we shout and scream to United Nations. United Nations made the proposal. United Nations made the resolution. Who going to implement it? United Nations? It does not. We have to implement it. We all have it together. If we don't, my brother and sister, they take us all, one by one. You can see at the moment, the Kashmir, we are trying to do 30,000 people a couple of days ago, we were in front of the Indian embassy. They got it so badly and they killed them. They killed at the moment, so many, they're killing the children. They killing all the young people, taking them one by one from the houses, and it goes and disappears. What we doing? It's very important, my brothers and sisters. Every person is important. Every person is important. Don't think, oh, the next door neighbor do it, brother do it, United Nations do it, Tankin do it, all the brothers do it. Our responsibility, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in Tansurullah, who going to help me? Man ansari Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Man ansari, Isa alayhi salam says to the people also, Man ansari Allah. Who going to help me toward Allah? And they say, Nahna ansar Allah. We are the helper of Allah. Are you going to be a helper of Allah? I can't hear. Are you going to be a helper of Allah? I can't hear. Are you going to be a helper of Allah? I can't hear. May Allah bless you. Jazakumullah khairan. Do it. Very important. United, Islam goes forward.
Thousands of our Rohingya brothers and sisters been killed, and many of our brothers been slaughtered in front of their family members. And thousands of Rohingya houses been, burned down. And we know that it's created the largest refugee camp in the world in 2017. It's been 2 years now. We still have not seen any effective action from international community yet. Burmese government and military, they are still trying to bring back these Rohingyas as a foreigner. There is no such situation created to return back our brothers and sisters from our state who are in Bangladesh. We have seen 1 year now, UN fact-finding mission released a report. What's happening to Rohingyas is war crimes, crime against humanity and genocide. And still, 1 year now, we have not seen any action from international community. We have seen only visa ban, a few military leaders, and we have seen, triple IM, a kind of mechanism to investigate. We Rohingya are demanding justice. We want to see these military criminals, international criminal court. We want to restore back our citizenship rights and our ethnic rights, and we want to go back to our native land with international protection. But we have not seen anything yet. International community totally lack of action to take. To take effective action, they are really not doing enough. So, my dear brothers and sisters, it's been 2 years. UN fact-finding mission mentioned genocide is ongoing against Rohingyas in our state. Unfortunately, we are still suffering in our state where genocide is ongoing. Rohingyas are not allowed to go for fishing. They are not allowed to go to their farm. They cannot go to the hospital. And they cannot go for higher education. So it is time international community have to move forward to take action. Whenever genocide happens, international community says never again. But it is happening now.
Today, in fact tomorrow, is an unforgettable day. For us, for our children, and generation to come. On that day, is on 25, 2017, the Myanmar broke process and state-sponsored vigilantes. They have carried out mass atrocities crimes, pre-planned genocidal massacre against unarmed Rohingya civilians for no other reason except that we are ethnically different from them and we practice differently. And the world was shocked by the images of hundreds and thousands of Rohingya men, women, children fleeing mass atrocity crime. In Arakan, children were separated from the arms of their mother to be thrown into the flame, into the fire.
We have traveled to the camps in Bangladesh. We have been there ourselves. We have recorded testimonies from hundreds of those who have survived. We have sat on the floor with families desperate to tell their stories. We have spent time with those people who have thought they are forgotten. We think they are alone in the world. So the words that we do use in our reports and the force that we put through in our advocacy work, it comes from keeping that feeling within us. That feeling of sadness it may be from those who have nothing left except their memories. Memories of the horrors they have endured, but also hearing their memories of their homes and their lives that they left behind. I mean, we keep that hurt with us to drive us forward, but more so the strength and determination we have seen from the people, from the survivors, the same people to stand up, the will to rebuild this community, to strengthen their capability. Like we have the many of the youth here, we were trying to do some programs with also. And this is where the second part of our work for the Rohingya community does kick in. So, over the past 2 decades since the genocide, but over a longer period beforehand, we have held innumerable protests for the human rights of the Rohingya. We have advocated for at the House of Lords, at the all-parliamentary group on Burma, Bangladesh and Rohingya. We've spoken at over 20 international conferences, 40 universities across the world.
The UN's Human Rights Council's independent fact-finding mission also noted that while there is ample evidence that there's genocide against the Rohingya in Rakhine State, there's also evidence of other serious atrocity crimes, crimes against humanity and war crimes. And it's probably because of the way the media works and it likes to sensationalise and pick words that are going to sound the most serious. But we should not consider that there is necessarily a ranking of atrocity crimes. Atrocity crimes, genocide, crimes with a capital C, crimes against with a capital H, humanity, and war crimes with a capital W and a capital C. These are atrocity crimes and they are collectively considered the most serious crimes that can be committed by human beings against other human beings. And I think it's important that we note too that these crimes are not just being committed in Myanmar against the Rohingya, but are being committed against other groups too, primarily by the military in Myanmar. The real core of our issue, I think, is the power of the military in Myanmar. The fact-finding mission's argument's really simple. They say sanctions on the military aren't working because the military has companies that aren't affected by sanctions. So we need to broaden the base of who we prevent our countries from allowing trade with, to include any company that trades with the military. And there's lots of them. And I think that for a diaspora group, that's an achievable outcome. I note that Britain's rules on dual use, so that's selling things to the military that the military say aren't for military purposes. I think Britain's rules are looser than in other countries, and I think there's an opportunity to tighten up those rules here and really put some pressure on the tap. And it tightens, it shrinks the tapperdoor's financial control over that country, and it empowers the younger people who might want change to step forward.
My sisters have been raped and killed. And I would like to give my own life to them. And I would like to give my condolence, sincere condolence and respect to their families who lost their loved one in the war. Now, I don't want to talk on much about it. You know that this is a very clear that according to the international law, talk about international law and including yourself as a moral guide. It was clear that my friend said, there is no such a dog that genocide can be committed upon by the authority. No, I wanted to say that not only the military that committed crime, it is a state crime. It is a state crime, so that it is to do with so-called leaders, my leaders, our leaders once, including Aung San Suu Kyi, had to be blamed at justice. I think, that's why I just, I don't want to call it that one. I'm so sad, and I can't even do much anything about, near closer to get bringing a justice to get my brothers and sisters. Yes. This is a genocide. It happened, not a happen. It is sad. This is an ongoing genocide. You need to address this. So this my promise you that I'm proud. I will be our brother and sister Muslim Rohingyas. I will be stand in solidarity with you until you all our brother and sister give back the dignity and a dignified return to our homeland. To citizenship had to be know about verification should be restored. And until then, I will be with you, and I think we will bring the justice and the state accountability to our people, our brothers and sisters. Thank you so much.
We used to protest together in front of Burma's embassy, putting pressure on the British government and the international community before 2012, when this anti-Muslim, sentiment and campaign initiated by Burmese government officials, high-ranking officials, including spokesperson of the Burmese government then, as well as extremist, Burmese Buddhist monks. So since then, the division among us, even in the UK, let alone what happened inside Burma, there are a lot of anger and hatred against Muslims. But in the UK, so we started breaking among us, and then we started talking to each other. For example, here we have a few Burmese organizations, advocating for the release of Aung San Suu Kyi and democratization in Burma. But after this anti-Muslim campaign started, then we started working together. We don't go together, each other's solidarity meetings and like this. And there was a lot of racism coming out of this anti-Muslim campaign. I think this Rohingya issue is very important, quite significant for the Burmese history. In the future, historians will judge us how much we can accept diversity in our country. And so I would like to stress again here, we have to be united. As previously mentioned, we have to be united among us to continue any sort of oppression, to continue fighting against any government's genocide acts, as well as other oppressive actions.
We have to be united. We all have to fight against the most notorious government, the most notorious army of the world, which is Burmese army. Burmese army has been oppressed country since 1962 and they still going on. Now the world is, government is with the army. So we oppress minorities are more suffer. The most oppressed people is Rohingya people is the most oppressed people in the world, I can say. So, for the, especially for the youngsters, you are our future. You have to try, you have to be courage, you have to, please don't forget what's happening in our country, which is still, genocide is still going on. Our people are still suffering in our country and bordering area and diaspora. So I would like to encourage all the youngsters, try your best. Try your best. This is the time you have to take. Like Uncle Nurul said, we have to cry ourselves. International community, they are doing something, but it will take a very long time. You need to fight for yourself. So, and also I pray for all oppressed people. Then I pray and I promise you to stand by with you and encourage with you, will support until justice to be done. Thank you.
They are now become stateless. They cannot go, they cannot remain in Thailand and they cannot come back to Burma. Because they have no citizenship, they have no identity at all. And this is a very systematic happening in Burma, across Burma, in southern Burma especially, Karens and Mon State. Muslim population, 70%, about 70% have no citizenship. So this is not an accidental happening. There is some kind of a genocide plan is happening and we are not able to read it yet. We need to look at the big picture. And we cannot divide because we are Muslim, we are Christians, or Buddhists, or Kachin, or Shan. No, we all are human beings first of all. That is our motto. That should be our aim. You know, all human beings must have their dignity and their rights. This is what we need to stand up for everyone. So we need to be united, not because we are one community, because we are all human beings. That's a very important strategy I think we should have in our struggle.
I am Rohingya, a member of Rohingya community. I was born in northern Arakan state and worked there, a government school teacher for many years. During my childhood, we Rohingya had peace and dignity. We were treated as equal as other ethnic nationalities across the country. My father was a prominent police officer in the town. My grandfather was officially recognized as indigenous persons of Burma by Minister of Justice in 1949. As all of you know that, we have many parliamentarians, government officers, even at the level of minister and to work with General Aung San as a constituent assembly members. I have never expected the situation will be turned upside down, but sadly, I witnessed many atrocities against my people when I was serving for parliament in the town as a teacher. Today, we are commemorating the second anniversary of Rohingya Genocide Remembrance Day. What happened in Arakan 2 years ago was the worst in the history, although it was not passed away. More than 10,000 were cruelly killed, slaughtered, shot dead, burned alive, and small babies were thrown into fire. Thousands of women, girls, as young as 9 years old were raped by Myanmar soldiers. Almost 400 villages were burned to the ground and razed. Myanmar military has been committing this type of crime against Rohingya or violence took place against Rohingya in 1978, 1991, and 1992, 2012, 2016, and 2017. The violence repeated again and again because of the impunity. The world has failed to take action against Burmese regime. The United Nations has known and recognized our plight, but they have not done enough. Rather, they blame their system, their individuals who fail to implement the system. Powerful countries have their own interests and agenda. It is said that their behavior are proving that they don't really care the future of more than 1 million survivors who are taking refuge in the world's largest refugee camp in Bangladesh. Some countries are trying to please us by imposing some sanctions which are not really helping to end our suffering. Independent fact-finding mission established by UN Human Rights Council has clearly stated that the crimes committed by Myanmar against Rohingya is genocide. There are over 140 countries signatory of Genocide Convention. No country is ready yet to submit a dispute against Myanmar at the International Court of Justice. We have OIC representing 57 Muslim countries has persuaded Gambia to do so, but the process has not been publicized yet. As no country has given children support to Bangladesh, Rohingya survivors have been facing repatriation and relocation threat. Both are serious threats for us. I salute my fellow brothers and sisters who have recently refused to take part in the repatriation process. It is third time since early 2018 that people are refusing to go back their homeland, not because they don't want to go back, but because they're afraid they will be persecuted again. And they all do not want to live back like subhuman. They don't want to live back in open-air prison. They all want to live with peace, dignity, and freedom, like just like us. You see our pale face. You think we are hungry. You give us food. Indeed, we are hungry, not for food, but for peace. We watch us on news. You hear our screaming. You think we are in pain. You send medicine for us. Indeed, we are in pain, not in our bodies, but in our hearts. You visit us in displacement. You ask about our suffering. You think we need tanks. You send tarpaulin for us. Indeed, we need shelter, not in another's land, but in our own land. You walk around refugee camp. You meet our children. You find they want to learn. Indeed, they want to learn. not funny pamphlets, but formal education. Oh dear world, we better remind you, we are hungry for peace and food. We have been struggling to heal our agonies in hearts rather than wound in body. Oh humankind, help us rebuilding our homes in our own land instead of helping to shelter us in another's land. Help us getting formal education instead of buying us toys. We are hungry for peace, for love, for education, and for our own land. That is our country. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, it is really encouraging to see all of you here, but it is important to have to continue to show solidarity and to work and to use as much as you can your energy to stop this genocide. Without your support, there is no way to end this genocide. You know, we have here Brother Dr. Ramzi, Dr. Ronaldi, and Kuong, and our brother Sheikh, and Burmese Muslim Association, Burma Human Rights Network, and our prominent leader Uncle Nuru. And it is time we all have to work collectively to end this genocide. Again, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to remember our brothers who are suffering in a camp. We are having here in London, we have a very wonderful life, luxury life, but they have no shelter, they have no food, they have no medicine to feed their babies and children. This is what they are like. Please pray for them. Please remember them. Please try to work as much as you can. Please do not forget them. We need your support, your solidarity, and thank you very much again for joining in this event. Please pray for Rohingya people of Burma. Thank you so much. We are praying for 10 minutes, around 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will have dinner. Please do not leave.